Real estate investing can be very scary, especially if you've never done it before. Hey, listen, I understand. I've been there, done that. Over the last 7 years I've been doing this, I've noticed one thing. The more transactions you do, the less scarier it gets. How do I deal with the sellers? How do I deal with the buyers? What do I say to the title companies? Guys, my name is Rana. I'm a best-selling author and real estate entrepreneur. Today, I'm gonna give you guys a crash course on how to wholesale real estate the proper way. So one of the main questions that I get asked all the time is, Ron, how do I locate a deal? How do I go about getting it under contract? Hands down, one of my top ways of going out and locating a potential distressed property is driving for dollars. Yeah, it's crazy as it sounds. The number one reason why driving for dollars is extremely lucrative is because there's not as much competition out there. Listen, you can go out there and pull all different types of leads and lists, but when you're driving for dollars, all you're doing is you're sitting in your car and you're driving around neighborhoods locating distressed properties. What type of properties do you want to look for? You want to look for properties with houses that have mold on the side of the house, that have boarded up windows, that have tall grass. If you guys have ever seen a house with a large tarp on the roof, you can best believe they are probably behind on their mortgage payment. How do you get these properties under contract? How do you locate the sellers of these properties? You're looking at it, it looks like nobody would live in it. And those are the types of properties that you want to start getting into, especially when you're starting to wholesale properties. Once you got the property, you're in front of the property, you jot down the address of the property. Once you've gotten that down, now what you're going to do is you're going to do something called skip tracing. Back in the days, skip tracing services only used to be available to the FBI, to the CIA, to investigators and private investigators. Now, skip tracing is available for everyone and their mama, so utilize it. One of my favorite websites that I like to use is True People Search. I'm gonna link it down here, and it is 100% free, where you can go out and find the seller's name, first name, last name, and phone number. The second best technique that I utilized as my secret weapon was attending real estate auctions. I've already showed you guys how to go out and locate a seller. Let me show you guys how to go out and locate a buyer. One of my best kept secrets when I got started was I had to figure out where to find a buyer. I couldn't just put up an ad online and said, hey, I'm looking for buyers. Nowadays, you guys got it easy. Back then, when I first got started, I had to go where the money was. And I knew for a fact the money was gonna be at the real estate auctions. I used to network and go to real estate auctions to try and find cash buyers for these types of distressed properties. Check your online resources of when your next real estate sheriff's auction is gonna be. If you live in Texas, especially in Houston, we have it every first Tuesday of the month at the Bayou City Event Center. Another trick that I would tell you guys is you should go on a website called fsbo.com. That is a website where sellers go to list their properties online with no agents. These are sellers who are looking for a quick close, and they're looking most likely for cash. Another website that I would recommend you guys is go to redfin.com. Don't go to Zillow. I hate the Zillow estimates. I forbid going to Zillow. I am anti-Zillow. I want you guys to go to the right websites where you can actually have a shot at getting these properties under contract. So remember, you have fisbo.com and then you have redfin.com, where you're able to go and locate sellers of properties and you're able to go direct to sellers. One of my strongest and most valuable point that I would give you guys is attend networking events. At these events, you've got other realtors, you've got contractors, you've got wholesalers, real estate professionals. Attend networking event. The saying is true, your network is your net worth. That was one of my biggest, best kept secrets out there. When I first got started, I used to go to every single networking event in town. Due to COVID, I understand, that's came and gone. Now you have an opportunity to go out and network with people and build your net worth. When you're at networking events, how do you present yourself to a contractor, a realtor, a buyer? You tell them that you are a wholesaler and you specialize in dealing and finding off-market distress properties. Don't forget using the keyword deeply discounted. So let me give you a script real quick. Mr. Buyer, my name is Ron. I'm a local wholesaler in the Houston market. I specialize in finding deeply discounted real estate deals for investors as yourself. Would you like to purchase discounted properties from me? They'll say yes. Get their name, number, and an email. Some of the best apps that I can recommend to you guys is Evernote. It's a free app on the Google or Apple Store. Make sure you download those apps. Evernote, I'll put a link in the description. Another app that I would recommend to you guys is LandGlide. LandGlide. LandGlide is a phenomenal app where you can download it and you will get to know what is the actual square footage, the true square footage of a property. I use it every day in my business. My students are using it every day in their business. The two things that I walked in with in this industry are negotiation and building rapport. Without these two things, you will not be able to be successful. You must master the art of negotiating and the art of building rapport. One of the rules of the 7 golden rules in my book, The Real Estate Investor's Dictionary, Chapter 3, Negotiation, is shut up and listen. God gave you 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. The more you listen, the more you earn. The more you talk, the more you burn. You don't want to go out there and burn every single deal. Are you a fire department? Are you set to go out and put out fires? No. So stop burning your deals and shut up and listen. Listen to the seller's problem. The one who makes the most money is the biggest problem solver. You are not a real estate investor. You are a problem solver. The more problems you solve, the more money you're gonna make. One of the best tips that I can give you guys is remember, this is not a real estate business. This is a people business. People do business with people they like and trust. Make sure when you're talking to sellers, you don't act like a salesperson. You're acting as their friend, someone they like and trust, actually care about what they're talking about. Many of the sellers that you'll be dealing with have been going through a foreclosure, a vacancy, a probate, a death, a divorce. There is a reason why they are contacting you. And I can damn well guarantee you it's not because you look good. The saying is true. If you want to go fast, you go alone. If you want to go far, you go with a team. The cliche is true, guys. Together, everyone achieves more. You must have the right people in your team. And that includes having a right title company. All right? When I say this, don't take this information lightly. You must have the right title company to help you get your deals to the finish line. Having the right title company can make or break you. I have had title companies tell me how much money I should be making on a deal. They're capping me. And then there's title companies who don't care how much we're making on a deal. Those are the right title companies that you want to work with. Not one that tells you you can only make 2% of the total purchase price, okay? We've had instances where title companies have done this before and we've fired them faster than Donald Trump on The Apprentice. The MLS stands for the Multiple Listing Service. One of the questions that I get all the time is, Ron, should I go out and get my license? The answer for me is no, but here's the caveat. You may consider getting a license due to the fact that regulations might be coming down soon on wholesaling. Believe me, I have sat in rooms with the directors of HAR and directors of NAR, which is the Houston Association of Realtors and the National Association of Realtors. And we all agree to this one point. Real estate should and will run on ethics. The last thing you want to be is an unethical wholesaler who brings deals to your buyers and also unethically doing deals with your sellers. Do the right thing by your buyers and do the right things by your sellers. Never fabricate the deal. Never lie to sellers to get them to sell you their house. That is the #1 rookie mistake. You're not a rookie. You are professional. This is not an amateur hour. This is professional hour. Start acting like it. One of the best parts about getting into real estate investing is you don't need to use any license. You don't need to use any credit. You don't need to use any banks or credentials. And that's why I love wholesaling real estate, because it's the gateway drug into real estate. So having the right verbiage in contracts is extremely important. The saying is true. It doesn't matter what you say, it's how you say it. Most importantly, you gotta put it in writing. According to the Texas Real Estate Commission, all contracts are assignable. But when I checked with my title company, they won't let me assign a contract unless it says and or assigns. So if I was assigning a contract, I would put Rana and or assigns. Listen, you want to make sure you check with your local title company to how your verbiage in your contract should be, because that can also make or break your deal. So those are the basics of real estate investing. It's not as hard as other people make it out to be. Listen, don't overcomplicate it. Don't get to the analysis paralysis. Don't think too much about what you're gonna do. I want you guys to start with the end in mind. And as daunting as it sounds, we break it down in our 2-day intensive workshop and my one-on-one mentoring and coaching program. If you wanna jumpstart your career in real estate investing and wholesaling, make sure you reach out to myself and my team and let us help you get to the next level. As a matter of fact, those of you guys who text in contract to 281-801-6887 are gonna get a free copy of my real estate contract. Let's go, baby. Rana signing out. Peace out.
There we go. That's the one.
That was it.
That's the one.
That was good.
That's the one.
Yeah.